What's up, everybody? My name is Prince Leone, and today, let me just address this. Hold up, my mic is a little bit too. What's up, everybody? Shut up, me! And let me just address this before we get started. If you are a big NBA 2K18 fan, if you like to play NBA 2K and are a serious MLG pro at playing NBA 2K18 and like to see a challenge that people do, this isn't the live stream for you or the video for you, because all day Thursday and Friday I've been playing NBA MyLeague. That's the only reason why I bought this game. And let me be honest, it was a lot of fun playing this game. Well, I wasn't really playing it. I was watching the computer play and seeing how, like, the roster was gonna be. So yeah, there's a disclaimer down below, but I just wanted to address that first. If you like NBA 2K18, or if you guys aren't really fond of this game, I might not bring it to the channel again. But this is just something I saw myself saying, hey. Because me and my friend, we were talking about, like, how YouTube has, like, not changed, but, like, what YouTubers need to do in order to get successful and making a lot of great money. But the thing is that I was playing this game all Thursday, Friday, and not really Saturday. But just wanted to share it with you guys and see how you guys like it, if you guys wanted to see it on the channel or not. But anyways, let's continue. So, the team that I was working on Thursday and Friday were the Wizards. And I wanted them to get at least a championship. In the last 40 years, they haven't had a championship. And with this team, with the Cleveland Cavaliers, I've been making a lot of thoughts on, like, oh, who's going to be on the team. So, right now, this is our roster. LeBron, shut up, phone. I'll turn that off. LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, Brandon Ingram, Dwayne Wade, Kyle Kuzma, and that's it for right now. I might change it. I might, like, level people up, but yeah, this is one of the games that I was having, like, a fun time playing and enjoying. So if you guys enjoy the games, this game, I might bring it to the channel. I might make it a series, but for right now, it's just a one-off. For right now, I might change the roster around a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, that's gonna be it for me talking. So, from now on, you're gonna be just seeing what the Cleveland Cavaliers have for what it takes, and I might change them around before we get to the first game, which is against the Washington Wizards. And also kept getting Washington Wizards and Golden State Warriors mixed up because they both have W's in their names. Anyways, see you guys during the stream.
try to close the deal today.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to Game 1 of the NBA season, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Legend Smith.
Man, it's been a long summer.
I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. We have been waiting for this day for a long time. And on tap tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Washington Wizards. Well, for Washington, their first time playing these guys this season. A year ago, going 1-2. They'd like to improve on that this go-around. And fellas, a new season about to begin. Clean slate. Plenty of hopes and dreams out there. Kenny, how do you spot a new legitimate contender?
I usually look for the team with good balance, where one guy isn't doing everything. One guy can facilitate everything, but he can't do everything. So offense, defense, balance, and they gotta have a big shot maker.
You know, I look for unselfishness, guys playing with each other, mental toughness. No weak-minded team has ever won a championship, buddy.
How about continuity, too? How about very little changeover from a team that was really good the previous year, may not have gone as far as they wanted, but returning the same bunch?
That helps.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, LeBron James gives Coach Tyronn Lue credit for his even keel. James says that Lue is the same way no matter the point in the game. He's always saying, okay, let's move on to the next possession. Now, Lue says, I think it's just being poised and being positive. That's the best approach. It carries over to your team, and it gives them confidence. Kevin?
Thanks, David. That philosophy is what helped win Cleveland a title back in 2016. Always positive, always thinking ahead. And LeBron James dominant throughout the playoffs last season, and Brent showing no signs of age.
Yeah, interesting, Kevin, if maybe LeBron got a little bit of rest, even though he was playing a ton of minutes last year on the defensive end of the floor the last month of the year. A lot of scrutiny on how the Cavs approached their last 2 months and how they slipped on that end of the floor, but no doubt about it. This is one of the greatest players that's ever played in the NBA, and the first player in NBA history, just to throw out another record, with 35 points or more in every game of a 4-game sweep in the second round against the Raptors last year.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. Kyrie Irving is out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's James in at the small forward. Now, here is Irving. After Markieff Morris's miss, LeBron outside. Just 5 on the clock. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Power personified right there in number 23, LeBron James. Wow.
And Brent, when you look at the way LeBron has constructed his business empire, hiring his childhood friends to manage it, it's been talked about, but it's been successful.
Well, he's taken ownership, Kevin, of what his career has been, but he's also empowered those around them to have a future, to make a life. And he certainly is blazing his own trail as he's made his way through his career in the NBA.
Free throw drops for James.
Well, LeBron James recently cemented his legacy by bringing that coveted title to Cleveland. He knew it would be this crowning achievement for him, especially growing up just outside the city in Akron, but bigger than his rings in Miami because of what he's meant to that city and now to that franchise.
Beal, not enough on that one as it misses.
I still love the shot selection. The defense wasn't really a factor. You need to be more aggressive guarding the mid-range. Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities, and the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
And Brent, you remember all the anger about LeBron's infamous decision to leave for Miami. That all melted away in 2016.
Well, I think, Kevin, that turmoil, whatever the backstory was for a lot of people out there about how LeBron James ended up getting himself back to Cleveland, added to the storybook quality of bringing a championship back to the city of Cleveland. Of course, coming back from 3-1 doesn't hurt the legacy all that much either, especially against the Warrior team who had set the regular season win total at 73.
Here is Wall. Tristan Thompson picking up that last bucket. Morris, no good.
Man, it just hurts to miss shots like this. Mentally, you question yourself, and it can affect your confidence.
Wade has the open look, and no good. Trying to use the glass. For Washington, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Beal dishes the Wall. There's a screen by Gortat. Back to Beal. Launches it. Love grabs the board.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Wall against Irving. The putback, and there's Thompson putting it right back in.
Well, that's what Tristan Thompson does best, just working the glass and working the D over.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Beal against Wade. And Beal kicks to Porter. A three-pointer is right on target. Porter's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Cavaliers leading. James, the pass to Thompson. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, with Tristan's motor and that kind of reach, great job on finishing off the alley-oop.
It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. Now here's Wall. Inside. Here's Gortat. The shot that time not on target. Good D from Love. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Irving kicks to Love. A three-pointer, no good.
And that's a rare sight. Usually shooters make the defense pay when they're that lackadaisical.
Wall dishes to Morris. A second chance effort. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Well, you look at Markieff Morris, and you see a player, Greg, who is finally meeting his potential.
And you know what? Give credit to Morris because he's fallen in line with the team and the staff here. I think he's always had the talent to be an impact player. It just took a structured situation for him to really flourish.
One shot.
And I think he's found a home here in Washington.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Ingram kicks to Hill. Pass to Thompson. Cleveland moving it around. Thompson sets the pick for Ingram. Shoots over Oubre, and the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
Sacrificing his body, Tristan Thompson out there setting some solid screens.
And Satoransky kicks to Meeks. Outside, Scott. There's a good screen. In the corner, it's Oubre. 6 to shoot. It's good. This game is all even.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
There's the dish to Ingram. There's the pass to Cork. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here's Oubre. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Now here's Thompson. Kuzma passes to Hill. For three. Drills it from outside. Kuzma's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And when the D is this non-existent, it's pretty easy for shooters. Fishing with dynamite.
Meeks on the wing, guarded by Korver. Here's Satoransky. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And Thompson sends it back.
Well, Thompson lives in the paint, and defensively, occasionally, you're going to get to shots like that.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Meeks on the wing. Passes it to Satoransky. Scott kicks to Satoransky. Over Hill. The shot by Satoransky, no good. Outside Korver. Hill dishes to Ingram. Ball's knocked loose. And that does it for the first quarter. Cleveland ahead. They lead by 5. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family in St. Louis, but said his mother introduced him to the game of basketball at a young age.
She definitely put the ball in my hand. She's the one who taught me my form, my follow through, and still to this day, she yells at me if I miss a shot. So she's kind of a perfectionist, and she definitely taught me how to shoot. She can shoot it, and she still to this day thinks she can shoot better than me.
Maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because she has definitely honed something special into him.
To be sure. I'm just not sure some of the more delicate NBA egos could handle her trash talking once she beats them in a game of horse.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Cleaning the glass, I mean, right from the jump. And that really helped them to set the tone.
I think you said it. If you start off playing physical, Greg, there's kind of the attention of the referees and the opponent that you're coming at them all night long.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, we've got Thompson. Kyle Korver is out there with Hill. Then it's Ingram. And it's Kuzma in at the 4. Well, Greg, for 2 straight seasons before this, the Wizards have had a starting 5 that all average double figures on the year. The engine of this offense, I think, is the backcourt, but they can all hurt you, don't you think?
No doubt about it, Kevin. Having a balanced offense like they do makes it tough for teams to prepare defensively. You can't just double or key in on Wall or Beal because they do a great job of facilitating. I think the bigger question moving forward is just going to be, what will the impact of that bench be? And ultimately, that's going to determine whether they can contend.
Here's Hill, following the three-pointer by Washington. The feed now to Ingram. Here's the screen. Shot clock at 4, and it's good on the way in. Ingram's got 6.
And not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can also contribute inside. The way he releases his shot makes it very difficult to block.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Here, matched up against Cleveland, is how they'll kick off the new season.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Gortat's checked in for Morris. Porter comes in for Kelly Oubre. Beal's checked in for Meeks. And John Wall subbed in for Satoransky. Now here's Porter. He kicks it to Beal. Scott with a screen on James. It's stolen by Wade. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. And now a 6-point Cavalier lead.
What an exceptional read from Dwayne Wade, coming away with the swipe and then getting the uncontested layup as a result.
And Wall kicks to Beal. Back to Wall. Brent, when you think back to some of your favorite teammates in your 14-year career, what characteristics do those guys tend to have?
I think about two things, Kevin. The first is competitive drive. You always are drawn to guys who on a daily basis just want not only their team to be their best, but they want to be their best. That's an attractive quality. And secondly, probably the idea about where basketball sits in terms of the priority in your life. I always appreciated guys who could go do their work, separate from their work, and enjoy the time in the moment that they had with teammates, with family, with friends. That kind of balance, to me, is an attractive quality.
Here's Porter, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. The Wizards have shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Porter.
And the Cavs just have ruled the Eastern Conference since LeBron returned home to Cleveland back in 2014. Still, the field seems to be tightening up just a bit. Last year, the Boston Celtics overtook them for the #1 seed. And there's some contenders emerging out here.
And Porter drops them both. And Brent, you think about some of the star players that have changed hands and will change hands. Which teams do you think are just a move away from giving the Cavs a run for their money in the East?
Well, the conversation starts in the Northeast with the Boston Celtics, who ended up last year with the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference, slipping past Cleveland late in the year. And the other one I might look at is what the Washington Wizards are able to do if they can add something to the Bradley Beal-John Wall combination, a third option that can play with some dynamic post play and perimeter scoring. That makes them extremely dangerous.
Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down to a single point after the basket from Bradley Beal.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Irving kicks to Wade. The fader. Goes back up. No good on that one. Nice D from Porter. Outside, Wall. Kicks to Scott. Over Wade. Another one falls for Washington.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Wall against Irving. Here's Love. That one a little long. The Wizards with the lead. Porter kicks to Wall. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Irving passes to Love. It's a pick by Love. Wade drives in. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Marcin Gortat.
This is why Dwayne Wade has been the superstar he has been. Harm and hoop on that play.
And you look at all the accomplishments, all the great moments from Wade's career. No doubt he is going to the Hall as soon as he's eligible. one of the greatest two guards to ever play.
Markieff Morris is checked in for Washington. That free throw good from Wade. And it's shocking when you look at the numbers that Wade has had over the years. He never won an MVP award. Certainly, Greg played like an MVP in some of his seasons.
But the rest of the accolades are there for D. Wade. All the trips to the All-Star game, the first team, all-defense, the all-NBA teams. But most important to him and his legacy are the 3 NBA titles.
Wall's shot is off.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Irving against Wall. It's a pick by Love. Wade dishes to Irving. Wall with some nice D. Washington's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Wall, Cavaliers with the rebound. LeBron outside. Love kicks to Irving. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Marcin Gortat.
And Kyrie's so awesome at finding ways to get to the free throw line, not afraid to get hit on his way up.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
That free throw, no good.
The skill set of this point guard in Kyrie Irving is so astounding. Clever with the ball, confident as a shooter, and he basically torches any defense that's out there.
Good on the second free throw. 7 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Meeks. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Cavaliers lead by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Tyronn Lue. Coach, what is the focus going to be in the second half?
Just play the right way. Move the ball, share the ball, get stops, and get out and run in transition.
Always leads to good results. Thanks, Tyronn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And welcome to halftime. Hey, what a fantastic time of the year. NBA season getting underway. Hey,
I'm excited. I am really excited. I am really, really excited, Ernie.
The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, their success was largely about second chance points. They crashed the offensive boards heavy in the first half. I love how they fight for every 50-50 ball like it's the last ball on earth.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
Well, they had a strong perimeter game. See, Ernie, when this team executes from long range, those weapons spread out of defense. Coming out of the second half, if those shooters are hot, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
The dome of the U.S. Capitol building looking absolutely grand as we make our return to Washington, D.C. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Nice game. Great performance by Tristan Thompson.
What we saw in the first half, he has a nice mixture of moves down low, and they've been going to him.
Well, he's a volume scorer in the post, and right now the volume's at 11. So if you're not going to run doubles at him, we'll see if he can get more of that done in the second half.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. The Cavaliers leading.
Well, when you look at this Washington team, the strength clearly lies in that backcourt. Wall and Beal, arguably the best backcourt in this league. They are the engine that motors this team with their scoring and playmaking.
A great scoring pair of wings. Beal the 2, Porter the 3. Morris and Gortat together down low. And it's Wall in at the 1 spot. That's the route for Scott Brooks getting going here in the second half. Here's Wall after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Gortat misses. There's Washington backcourt of Wall and Beal. Last season, Greg, they were able to both stay healthy, and Wizards fans finally saw just how potent they both could be.
And remember all those rumors how these two couldn't coexist? Well, they sure liked existing together last season. I mean, they really carried this group when it mattered, and both just explosive players who are not only leaders, but they're terrific two-way players for this franchise.
Cleveland leading by 3. Wade, he's open. And he can't bank that one in. Beal against Wade. Beal the pass to Wall. Back to Beal. Nice ball movement by Washington. 6 on the shot clock. Feeds it to Morris. Beyond the arc. And another miss by Washington.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Irving, the shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. And the Cavaliers lead by 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Porter dishes the Wall. They set the pick. Right wing. And Gortat kicks to Morris. There's Porter with the 3. That one misses. So Cleveland will take it the other way.
They got to be more active on offense and maybe a little bit more aggressive going to the rim. 0 of 4, not impressive thus far.
Irving kicks to Love. On the wing, James. Guarded by Porter. Porter with the steal. Wizards trail by 5. Outside, Wall. And stolen by Irving. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. And he makes the bucket. Drew contact and gets the whistle too.
Kyrie exceptional at taking the hit and then somehow creating a release angle towards the rim.
And Brett, I read that Kyrie Irving meditates off the court. It's something he reads about and studies up on quite a bit, focused on learning and growing as a person.
Well, if meditating and taking some time out mentally to picture the type of success that you can have out on the floor, then there are some other players in this league, Kevin. They might want to take up what Kyrie Irving is throwing down.
On the free throw, no good. Hey, Brent, you made the NBA playoffs in your second year. Talk about the mental preparation that goes into one's first postseason as a player.
I think it's always a special time, Kevin, just because of the unknown factor. And at that time, it was the Clippers, my second season, a team that was very young and inexperienced. And so it was all fresh and new. And the biggest challenge for any coach in that sort of predicament is to make sure that players are on task and focused. We certainly were not. The Utah Jazz took care of us, and that's because of one John Stockton and Karl Malone.
Here is Wall. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket. Shot to stop the drought. Wall's shot is off.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, and they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for Washington. Cleveland shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Shoot 2.
That one is off.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better.
So for the Wizards, Kelly Oubre comes in for Gortat. And it's Jody Meeks in for Otto Porter Jr. A switch here also for Cleveland. Hill, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. He doesn't get the second one. And you look at the Cavs coach, Tyronn Lue. Brent, what stands out to you?
Well, he's got confidence. I would tell you, Kevin, I'd have confidence too if that number 23 was suiting up for me every night. But he demands accountability. He demands a respect for the game. And this team has had a tremendous run in the early stages of Ty Lue's coaching career.
Now here's Ingram. Beal with the steal. And now Beal pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. And finished off by Beal.
There's your run out. Great individual play.
Yeah, beats the transition defense up the floor, and then the easy finish. Boy, those feel good.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Here's James after the basket by Washington. Here's Thompson. Good, and the assist goes to James. Thompson's got the lead up to 9 now for the Cavs.
Thompson shoots such a high percentage on the inside. Most of his shots coming around the rim.
Moore as a screen. Here's Wall. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Wall's got 6.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Now here's James. And the dunk by James.
Well, LeBron right through the defense this time. Incredible at finishing off that one.
And Wall kicks to Meeks. Dishes to Beal. Morris with a screen on Thompson. Pass to Oubre. Here's Beal. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Beal's got 4 points in the quarter.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Outside Hill. Five on the clock. Fires the 3. Beal pulls it in. Wizards trail by 7. Left side, Wall. And he converts the layup. 8 points for him.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
Now here's Ingram. He's got 8. 16 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. James kicks to Thompson. Doesn't go for him. Wall with some nice D. Now Meeks over Hill. And the miss. And we've reached the end of the third. Cleveland ahead, up 5. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Wizards trail by 5. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Korver and LeBron are the wings. Then there's Hill. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Kuzma in at the 4 slot. Here's Satoransky. 6 to shoot. There's Beal with the 3. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Well, Cleveland shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Love with the screen on Beal. Here's LeBron. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
And Satoransky kicks to Oubre. Nice ball movement by Washington. He dishes it to Meeks. Beal, the pass to Oubre. Here's Satoransky on target from 13 feet.
Oh, check out the handles. They're nasty. Spin move had his man grabbing for air.
James kicks to Love. Back to James. Over Beal. That one off the back iron and out. Washington has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Meeks passes to Satoransky. James against Beal. Scott with a screen on Love. Here's Beal. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
Now here's James. Another miss by James.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot. You know, strange to see that this Cavs team, after facing the Warriors, became one of the most elite shooting teams themselves. Their three-point shooting percentage up to about 38% last season. That was second best in the NBA. They also had the second most attempts in the league behind the Rockets.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. And for the Cavaliers, 40% of their field goal attempts coming from long range last season. Brenna, a huge part of their offense.
Well, 25 made threes in a single game against the Hawks last year was an NBA record. Not Golden State. Cleveland had that record, so just one of the many ones that they set as a prolific three-point shooting team. And interesting, because their matchups with the Golden State Warriors, as being the great shooting team that they are, that the Cavs shot more last year.
Irving dishes to James. He feeds it to Wade. Shoots over Beal. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And it's 9 points for Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, LeBron with the whip pass there, good at surveying the court and spotting the open teammate.
Wall against Irving. Wall, good. Wall's got it all tied up now for the Wizards.
And it's official. They have come all the way back. At one point, this thing seemed to be out of reach.
This is a testament to this team's fortitude, never giving up. Folks, we've got a new ball game.
Now here's Love. That's good from Wade on the assist by Love. Wade's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, he's been on his A game, seeking good shots, and he's a huge reason why tonight they're winning.
There's a screen by Gortat. And again, John Wall.
You know, you hear that A word all the time, aggressive, and sometimes just being that can turn your game around. He's been that in the second half, their go-to guy here.
Now here's LeBron. Second shot opportunity. And he lays it up and in. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Washington calls timeout. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Tristan Thompson.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, during that break, Kevin, I heard what Scott Brooks said to his team. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here, but we can't make mistakes. You got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. And here's Love, following Markieff Morris's three. Outside Irving. LeBron outside. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. Gortat with the block. Beal against Wade. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Yeah, easy to appreciate Wall, an all-star caliber talent who just fills up the stat sheet.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he does get the second one. And that will put them up by two.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs him.
The screen from Thompson. LeBron kicks to Irving. Back to LeBron. To the paint. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by LeBron. Thompson's got it all tied up now for the Cavs. Washington's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Outside, Wall. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Wade, right side. Wade, double team. Porter against James. Love with the screen for LeBron. Irving from long range. Laces one from three.
Oh, that is the play of the game.
Nothing more rewarding than hitting the big shot for your team.
32 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And the shot is long. And the Wizards with possession. Now here's Wall. Connects! And that shot brings them to within just one.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over. Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
And he commits the intentional foul. Drops the first one, and that will put them up by two.
LeBron James, quite simply, one of the greatest players that's ever played the game. And it's just impossible for anybody to slow down.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Outside, Wall. Over Irvin. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, LeBron. We know it's a game of runs. How did you withstand their run to get back to the lead?
Just try to keep attacking, try to get to the free throw line, stop the clock, put pressure on their defense, and just try to keep as much pressure on them as possible. You know, this is the new season, and we came in and took care of job on the road, and hopefully we continue to get better.
Long season ahead. Thanks, LeBron. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.
A wet.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Detroit Pistons. Well, for Detroit, they split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. And the Detroit Pistons, a solid defensive team, but their lackluster offense has held them back. What do they need to improve there, Kenny?
I think they just need some more outside shooting. Spread the floor, give their guys some driving lanes. You got a true center in Andre Drummond, so he needs some space because he's a space eater.
And, you know, their best player is more of a defender.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a good Thursday evening to you. 2K Sports presents the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. They'll play this one here in Cleveland before the Cavaliers head back on the road. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Pistons team. The previous season series split right down the middle. These teams were quite evenly matched.
And 2 teams at vastly different ends of the standings last year, but they played each other to a draw.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, look, the return of LeBron James to Cleveland has become one of the best redemptive stories of the last decade. He clearly wasn't just great on the court. The roster and the coaching staff have been shaped by his hand as well. Now, LeBron said, I know what personnel works for my game. I knew what we needed, and I think our GM and our coaching staff have done a great job of fulfilling that. Guys?
Thanks, DA, and it's crucial that Cleveland keeps LeBron happy, one of the greatest players to ever play the game. And last season, the final season for the Pistons, Smitty, playing at the Palace of Auburn Hills, as much as you love the new arena, it's always sad to say goodbye to an old friend. What was it like playing at the Palace of Auburn Hills, Steve, when you were in the game?
You know, I loved it because I'm from Detroit, the hometown, and those guys had that place rocking. It was state-of-the-art when they first built it, but if you look right now is because I'm a Detroit native, they're playing inside of Detroit. The pass is a pass, but it was a great pass.
So Cleveland will get the first possession. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Griffin is out there with Reggie Bullock. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Galloway in at the 2-guard spot.
The unbelievable effort. Thompson, a dedicated warrior on the offensive glass.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
One shot, gentlemen.
That free throw good from Thompson. And Tristan Thompson in the middle, a player, Greg, who understands his role.
He just plays hard and does the little things. Defense, rebounding, energy. When he's blocking shots and protecting the rim, he is one of the best bigs in our league.
Bullock kicks to Drummond. Love grabs the board. Pistons on defense. It's a 3-point game. Here's Wade. And his first shot of the game, no good. Jackson with it. Now the pass to Drummond. They set the screen. A shot by Griffin. Nobody around. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
Good eyes by Drummond. He's working on this. Spots the open man, delivers the dime.
Irving dishes to Thompson. LeBron outside. Back to Thompson. James left side. Clock at 6. From 13 feet, it goes down.
You know, you got to play LeBron for the drive. Those mid-range shots, you almost have to live with it.
To the paint, and it's Drummond with the jam.
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
Here's Wade after the made shot from Andre Drummond and the dunk by James.
How do you stop that? LeBron with too much lift and too much power.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Griffin kicks to Drummond. Outside for Griffin. And he hits it to tie the game up. Griffin's got 5 now.
Blake Griffin showing us the 3-ball.
Here's LeBron. He had 10 points in the win against Washington.
He also was very good distributing the basketball, keeping guys involved and engaged all night.
The Pistons have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Galloway kicks to Griffin. Back to Galloway. The feed to Bullock. Drummond with a screen on Thompson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. One of the most impressive things about Blake Griffin is great when he gets out and runs the open floor.
Yeah, not to mention his ability to run the break himself. A terrific ball handler, even under pressure, and one of the best passers at the 4 in the league, if not the best.
First free throw is good. And we all know Blake Griffin, Steve, is a scoring forward, but he has a very well-rounded game. Besides being an excellent ball handler, he is also one of the best passing bigs in the NBA.
I agree. He's done a nice job of improving in that area, being able to pass out of the post, pass off the dribble, has a great sense of timing, and could put a pass exactly where he wants.
He hits both from the stripe.
Blake Griffin, the former Oklahoma Sooner, has done a nice job in this league. We understood his athleticism coming out of college, but he's added so much to his game.
Here's LeBron.
Everybody knows that he is a relentless finisher around the rim.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Here's Galloway. Picked by Griffin. Bullock kicks to Jackson. They get it back. Tries again, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. Detroit shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Throw good. Bullock. Well, Steve, with all the sharpshooters in the league right now, we'll always see the pick and roll. It's never going to go away. Usually it was a small and a big. A guard getting the screen, the big then rolling inside and getting the pass. But now because the players are sometimes, we see smaller lineups, a lot of guards on the floor, 3 guards at a time. Sometimes you do see a guard-to-guard pick and roll. You see different sizes combining with the most standard play in the league.
You're totally right, Kevin. If you look at the pick and roll, the hardest play to defend, and now we have the pick and pop. The bigs are not rolling, and like you said, we have guard-to-guard pick and roll. You want to just create a mismatch, and because of all the spacing, it's so hard because when a guy rolls down the lane, there's such a long run for defenders now. So that's why the pick and roll is great, especially with the new defensive rules. You can't be in a lane, so it opens it up even more.
Now here's Griffin. 7 points in the game. Here's Drummond. And that misses. That would have put him up.
That's just 2 tough competitors meeting right at the rim. Someone, in my opinion, had to lose.
Irving can't hit. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Oh, Griffin in position. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
And checking out some numbers for Irving. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged 25 points per, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. and he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
You know, mentally, he's a pass-first type of player. It gets everyone involved and engaged, and that really sparks this offense.
Now Murray, following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
No hesitation from Blake on that catch-and-shoot jumper.
The Cavaliers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Irving passes to Thompson. They set the pick. From deep, James. That one's not going to go. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Smith kicks to Galloway. Outside Griffin. Back to Galloway. Griffin dishes to Galloway. Shot clock at 3. Lets it go with a 3. Here's Drummond, and there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
The league leader in offensive rebounds on multiple occasions. Drummond doing it again.
Here's James, and he uses the glass on the layup. LeBron's got 8 points. There's 49 seconds left here in the first quarter. Kicks to Drummond, and stolen by LeBron. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
Incredible anticipation by LeBron. Kick starts the break.
Smith outside. They set the pick. Out to the right wing. And Drummond kicks to Galloway. Now here is Smith. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Drummond with a screen on Love. And stolen by James. With 1 on the clock, it's a tie game here in Cleveland. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And Blake Griffin grew up playing the game alongside his older brother. His dad was his coach, and he credits his brother for inspiring him to work at his craft.
You know, watching him kind of go through the process of he started to get, recruited by college coaches, and then he, really took his game and became serious about it. And I watched his work ethic, and I watched how he, put the time in, the things he did, and that's kind of where I developed mine.
Well, talking about taking the right course, we know that the older brother of Blake Griffin, 3 years older, he played, as did Blake, for their dad Tommy in high school, and they were terrific high school players and 4-time state champions.
I mean, it always helps to have a big brother who's kind of been there and done that and can share those experiences with you. It doesn't hurt to have a dad also who's a pro player either, and also a college coach.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Yeah, I mean, so many of their points come in the paint. They're running the offense all the way through.
And their coach likes it. Working for high percentage looks and converting them.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. John Lure's out there with Anthony Tolliver. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Dwight Bikes. And it's Smith in at the 2. Murray, good.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
And for Cleveland, repeat or no repeat, just having that first title still resonates. A city no longer defined by sports futility.
Here's Johnson. He's off on that one. And Cleveland the other way now. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Yeah, tough place to play on the road, and you just saw how comfortable they were shooting the basketball.
Well, we have to give credit to the coaching staff. Terrific offensive strategy. Got them some great looks.
Tolliver, no luck. You know, Steve, many felt that it was fitting that the Cavaliers came back in the 2016 finals from a 3-1 series deficit to win it all. If you're going to finally break through, it would have to be against all odds to make something like that happen.
Yeah, so true. And the actual ring the team got after that comeback has a story to it. 3 white diamonds and 4 red garnets, showing the sequence of wins and losses. It reflects determination and the end of a curse.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And that one falls for Ingram. And Smitty, you retired back in what, 2005? Do you still get a chance to play pickup from time to time?
You know, we play pickup, Kevin. Yes, in 2005 I retired. Some guys I get a chance to play with in Atlanta: Dale Davis, Antonio Davis, Charles Oakley, Tony Delk. So we have a great group, other than that we're real old and have gray hair. But now it's got uglier and uglier. We play about 1 or 2 games, and we let our kids pick up the rest.
Smitty, I can see maybe speed and quickness going because of age, but I bet the shot is always still pretty much there, correct?
The shot is still there, and the fouling is going up to another level.
And there are a few players in the NBA who can match Reggie Jackson with the fearless approach he takes to the game. He'll always look to take that big shot, Steve, and goes right at bigger defenders and doesn't blink.
When you're Jackson's size, you have to have that mentality. Always looking for a way to attack a defense. Doesn't always work out, but the aggression he plays with never dies.
The first one falls. And the Cleveland Cavaliers unable to defend their 2016 title, Steve, but hungry to return to the NBA Finals once again.
You know, the pressure, Kevin, to capitalize on their window. LeBron James turning 33 this season. An aging supporting cast. It won't get any easier.
And Reggie Jackson, the Boston College Eagle, when he is on the floor, you can see how he acts as a spark plug for his team. Steve, a very creative player whose big strength is getting things going on offense.
And wherever Reggie's been, he's been great in that role of catalyst. When he's injured, you can see how the offense changes. Very underrated as a playmaker in this league.
So it's the Pistons now. The Cavaliers making the shot. Johnson kicks to Jackson. Over Murray. Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Jackson.
Breakdown by the defense there. Jackson, a solid mid-range shooter. You like to push him out further.
Now here's Wade. 11 points for him in that last game against the Wizards in Washington. Rebound by the Pistons.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Here's Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. He nails it, and we're tied up. Jackson's got his second bucket tonight.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
There's the pick. Murray, the pass to Ingram. To the inside. Wade gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Dishes it to Tolliver. Pass to Bikes. Lure the screen. Feeds to Jackson. Traps in the tray. Jackson's got 9 points.
You love the balance from Reggie Jackson, generating more power in the catch and shoot.
Pass to Kuzma. 1:57 left in the first half. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Bikes. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And it's Johnson penetrating. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Stanley Johnson, the youngster out of Arizona, grew up in Los Angeles where he was the high school player of the year. You know, Steve, he hasn't had the easiest time adjusting to the NBA, but he certainly has room to improve, and right now the offense just isn't there for him.
You know, the question is, people are saying, is time ticking away for Stanley to prove that he's a rotation player? He's kind of predictable on offense. People pushes him to go right because he only goes right. Just hasn't developed the way the team was hoping for.
And that one falls for Johnson. And Cavs head coach Tyronn Lue, even as a player, known for his attention, Steve, to detail.
You know, he's had skills, but I think that's how he's made it, because he is one of those guys that's particular about the detail. He has a mind for the game and a passion for it. It continues to separate him now as a coach.
So Johnson hits 2 of them. Here's Irving. We've got 1:28 left in the second quarter. Passes it to James. Thompson sets the pick for LeBron. And Thompson kicks to Irving. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Kyrie Irving keeps that ball on a string, but Coach has asked him to be quicker on the attack, Steve, not over-dribbling to set up his man.
Yeah, this league is moving away from one-on-one scoring and isolation plays. For the great scorers, it's often a temptation to take your time to pick your defender apart. The problem is it allows weak side defenders a chance to get set.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
Well, you talked about scores in the NBA. Kyrie Irving is right up there. With his ball handling and shot-making ability, he can dazzle you.
The Pistons making a change here. Galloway's checked in. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. And Kyrie's creativity, hitting jumpers off the dribble, finishing around the rim. What a great handle. It makes him special to watch.
I totally agree. His dribbling ability and finishing around the rim with either left or right, he is so skilled. He makes highlights every time he touches the ball. I call him the bus driver.
Oh, I like that, the bus driver. I like that, Smitty. Good one. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Well, he has to be careful now. He doesn't want to pick up that 3rd foul this early.
Love checked in for Brandon Ingram. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Smith checked in for Reggie Jackson. The Pistons have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Smith kicks to Bullock. Drummond in the post. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Griffin. And he makes good on the layup. Griffin's got 11 points.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Irving kicks to LeBron. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
And when you can't hold for the last possession, that's what you want to try and do.
Patience and execution. You need both here. We'll see what they run.
And Drummond kicks to Galloway. Inside. Here's Griffin. Makes it off the glass. Now it's a 5-point Piston lead.
He does a nice job of being very, very physical on the offensive glass. Nice job by Blake, catching it and putting it back.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. It's Detroit. They're up by 5. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Dwayne, is defense where you're going to win this game?
Well, it is. You know, we got to get more stops, and when we get opportunity to get out transition, we got to look up and we got to get the ball up. I think right now we're getting rebounds and we're taking a break. We got to go, man. We got a very deep team. We got to use it. So second half, we're going to look to run a little more.
Yeah, walking it up isn't going to get it done against this team. Thanks, Dwayne. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal, and this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet Smith. The first quarter was all about Blake Griffin. He had 13 points and 2 rebounds. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
Well, they're putting bodies on people. If you just look at the rebounding numbers, you can tell that they've been putting their body on and being more physical than the other team. Now, that fact looms large on both sides, and that's going to be the difference in the second half.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
They did some good things, but not enough. They need to start being more assertive. Go harder to the rim. Generate some free throw opportunities at the very least. Do something.
And we're just about ready for the start of the third quarter. Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll see you.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. You look at Blake Griffin in this game. He's been everywhere.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
What I love watching is they are working for high percentage looks and cashing in when they get them.
And Detroit has possession. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Cleveland, the 2 stars, LeBron and Love, making up the forward positions. Irving is out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's Thompson in at the 5. Rome in the paint. Bucket is good. And you need talent, Steve, but you know, the value of chemistry can't be overlooked either. And as a player, how do you make yourself a good teammate? How do you help in that regard toward good chemistry?
Well, I think one is being a good person, understanding the game of life, and it's about winning, not about numbers. It's about letters, W's and L's, and you want W's. You look at a lot of teams, and they play well with each other, and they're unselfish. Unselfish teams usually win.
Well, they said the same thing about you. You're an all-star caliber player, but you're a great teammate. I think for a player, that's like the highest praise you could get.
Yeah, it is. When you start talking about guys that he's a great teammate, whether he's a superstar or a guy, the 12th man, guys want to be around that. And usually you see those guys hang around the league longer than other guys that may be more talented or better players.
Here's Bullock after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Griffin's shot is off.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Irving kicks to LeBron. Back to Irving. Kicks it out to LeBron. Just 5 to shoot. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Obviously, this is where James is so difficult to defend. Can beat you with a variety of moves inside, just like that one.
Jackson kicks to Griffin. Here's Bullock, covered by LeBron. The dish now to Drummond, stolen by Thompson. Irving against Jackson. Love with the screen on Jackson. Here's Irving. And the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
The tree trunk legs of Kevin Love. You're not going to move him on that screen.
Left side, Griffin. Second shot opportunity. Out to the right wing. Galloway. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Galloway has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
And one thing that you can say about this Pistons team is they are fundamentally sound, strong on the glass and closing out possessions, and they really don't make a lot of mistakes.
Greg, with the Pistons and their discipline as a team, part of their great rebounding means they allow very few second chance points, one of the fewest allowed in the league last season.
And couple that with how strong they've been at taking care of the basketball. Low turnover numbers as well as points allowed off of those turnovers. And with that rebounding, I think it makes for very measured basketball.
And a different look here for the Pistons. John Lure, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Tolliver comes in for Blake Griffin. Johnson, he's checked in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Dwight Bikes in for Langston Galloway. Now here's Murray. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Well, you know that a Stan Van Gundy team is going to be a disciplined team, and the Pistons were no exception last season.
Totally true. This team doesn't foul or give up the ball easily. Minimal turnovers per possession, second in the league. They close out well and they rebound well. Both signs of a team that has the fundamentals down.
And he makes the first.
The Cleveland Cavaliers are one of the top offensive teams in this league. They make threes, they get dunks and layups. They make them all at a high level.
That one is no good. You think about the Cavaliers scoring from long range and inside, Steve, they're pretty good from mid-range too.
You know, they have 2 elite shot creators able to hit the dribble pull-up when all else fails, get them the ball, and pretty much get out of the way.
Now here's Jackson. He's got 9. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Korver. Jackson misses. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Ingram kicks to Korver. And Ingram with the basket on the assist by Korver.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here is Tolliver, guarded by Korver. 3-on-3 for the lead. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Here's Bikes. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. It's stolen by Korver. And here we go, fast break. Korver's got it. Here's Ingram. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
The knowledge that Ingram possesses, well aware that the D is going to hack him in these situations.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. That one drops. He ties it up.
And this Cavs payroll last season, I mean, the highest in NBA history with luxury tax penalties in the tens of millions. And we saw some friction as they looked to control salary, and LeBron pushed them to add more talent.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Ish Smith in for Jackson. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. And the Cavaliers were able to add some key veteran help at the trade deadline.
Yeah, some key contributors they were able to get off of waivers as well. That's how the rich get richer. But with LeBron talking about the team being top-heavy, they needed to add some depth.
Here is Tolliver, looking for his first basket still in this one. The offensive rebound. Lure can't hit. For Cleveland, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. In the corner, it's Ingram. Jacks up a 3. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Here's Bikes, guarded by Korver. Bikes dishes to Smith. Lure the screen. Smith kicks to Lure. Back to Smith. Over Thompson. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. And to look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep all broken down for the Pistons.
And the one thing that jumps out at me when you look at that shot chart is just how little scoring they get from out above the free throw line extended three-point range. They've got to get more points from out high if they want to improve their offense.
Cleveland with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Murray with it, working on Smith. Murray, no good.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
Bikes kicks to Smith. Lure sets the pick for Smith. He dishes it to Lure. He feeds it to Bikes. Lure the screen. Here's Bikes, guarded by Korver. There's the pick. The screen from Thompson. Korver kicks to Murray. And another miss by Cleveland. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Cavaliers on top as they end the third quarter with a big 11-3 run. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. Let's listen in now to head coach Stan Van Gundy from a few moments ago.
We got to keep closing now. We can't just give guys shots, pull to the ball, get our rotations. Let's go.
Well, you can't allow open shots and expect to play for Stan Van Gundy. He'll yank you out of there, guys, quickly.
Yeah, I mean, all five guys need to talk to each other, help each other defensively, and if just one guy slacks off, it's really easy for your defense to break down.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. On the court for the Pistons, Griffin is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Ish Smith. Then there's Reggie Bullock. And it's Galloway in at the shooting guard position.
And LeBron James in 2014 took on the burden of leading a young Cavs team back to greatness. He changed the whole culture, showing them what it took to win it all.
The first free throw is good. And Smitty, it had to take a lot of patience for LeBron going from Miami to Cleveland, getting his teammates and the organization overall to that next level.
The definition of a leader, LeBron James. He'll do it with praise or criticism, not shy about challenging others and lighting a fire under them.
So many things you could single out about the game of LeBron James, but Steve, his finishing is absolutely amazing.
I totally agree. A guy that can go both ways with both hands, not just a dunker. He has great touch around the rim, the ability to play through contact. He has collected more and ones over his career than any of his contemporaries.
Here's Galloway following the basket by LeBron James. Galloway kicks to Griffin. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Back to Galloway. In the corner, Smith with it. Drummond the screen. Shot from 12. A second chance effort. Count that one.
The one thing about Drummond, you can be right up on him. Even try to overplay his strong side, he can still get it done.
Now here's LeBron. On the wing, Dwayne Wade. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists now in this one.
The facilitator, LeBron sees the entire floor. If you're open, you know what? He'll find you.
Now here is Smith. Griffin kicks to Bullock. Back to Griffin. Ingram with the steal. Here's Irving. Makes it off the glass. And now a 7-point Cleveland lead.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Drummond with a screen on Love. Now the pass to Galloway. Here's Griffin. And another 3 for Detroit.
Nice play by Griffin. He is starting to catch fire.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. LeBron outside. That shot misses. Now the Pistons take it the other way. High post shot. Galloway, no good. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Down low. Great communication on the alley-oop.
And making it look completely effortless. LeBron using his immense talent to score at will.
Pistons trail by 6. Now Smith. Out to the wing. There's the feed to Bullock. Here's Griffin. The putback. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. And it's Wade in the corner. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Detroit's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Here's Griffin. And that one's drained from the low block.
On the low post, Blake is getting comfortable. What he does is catches it, sizes you up, and goes right into your chest.
And the Cavaliers call time here. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Pistons. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And here are the Cavaliers now. 6-point lead. Here's Irving. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
One of the best small men in the league at attacking inside, Kyrie Irving.
Now here's Jackson. There's the screen. Here's Griffin. And the rejection by Love. Irving kicks to LeBron. Here's Bullock, covered by LeBron. And the dunk by James.
You know, not many people want to step in front of LeBron. Once he gets up a full head of steam, can't say I blame him.
Jackson passes to Bullock. Griffin down low, working on Love. And that one's good, Griffin. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. Irving against Jackson. Irving dishes to Wade. The jump hook, and LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Wade. LeBron's got the lead up to 10 now for the Cavs. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Galloway, the pass to Griffin. Drummond, a screen. Off the screen. Griffin can't get it to go in. The Cavaliers leading by 10.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Cleveland.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for LeBron.
What I like that he came ready to compete in this game, but he did it under control. Tremendous poise, never seemed to be in a hurry, just played the game the right way.
And so he's able to get one of two.
Do you remember that 2003 draft? Carmelo Anthony, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, and this guy, LeBron James. He went #1 overall.
The offensive rebound, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul against Cleveland.
Two shots.
He drops the first one, and that brings them to within 10.
He entered the league with high expectation. Drummond made a lot of mistakes early, as one would expect. Now starting to come into his own.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Kicks it to Irving. And it's sent back by Drummond.
The foot speed to get in position, the quickness of the jump. Drummond with raw talent as a shot blocker.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
Now, here is Irving. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. The screen from Thompson. Love kicks to James. Can he keep it going? Good on the shot.
Timeout.
And the Cavaliers lead by 9.
This is what it means to be a catalyst. His offense helps set the tone for a lot of what they do.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're behind by 9. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, it's a dejected group of guys. I mean, they've got a lot of pride and just hadn't happened for them here tonight.
The most important thing to remember, it's not over, but they have to step up on both ends to have a chance.
.11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Tolliver for 3, and James pulls it down. So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Dwayne, you guys got out-rebounded on the glass tonight, but how did you overcome that to get the win?
Well, first of all, that's an unbelievable rebounding team. So they're very good. I think we made up for it with our energy. We had some steals, deflections that kind of made up for the out-rebounding.
There's more than one way to skin a cat, and you found it tonight, Dwayne. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.
It's a murder! It was a murder! LeBron James, 23 points. Kyrie Irving, 12 points. God dang! Dwayne Wade with 8 points. Brandon Ingram with 6 points. Kyle Kuzma with 5 points. And Tristan Thompson 3. Kevin Love with 2. Jamal Murray with 2. And that was it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I know there was not a lot of you that came to the stream, but hey, this is something I just wanted to play with myself. Anyways, that's it for me, and that's probably going to be it for you. Peace out. I'm out.